Okay guys, we're now entering the tail of the dragon coming from the Harley Davidson side. Normally I come from Deal's Gap, which is to me the kind of an entrance for the way that I come. So now we're on tail of the dragon. You never know about the curves on tail of the dragon. They can be minor, they can be hairpin, 180 degrees, 90 degrees, 45 degrees, you name it. They can be up, they can be down, they can be around, all kinds of positions. It's kind of like being on a crazy roller coaster, okay? That's a lot of what it's like being on tail of the dragon. And some of these country roads that I've been on have been like the tail of the dragon too. So it rained on me coming up this way, and it always scares me when that happens. Now here's a sharp curve right here. Yeah, that's your first introduction right there. It's like a 180 curve. And you see right this sign right here? That's a 180 curve right there. So look behind you when you're driving on tail of the dragon, see if anybody's behind you. Going into this sharp curve, keep your eye on the white line. You can even cheat a little bit right here. When you go into these curves, keep your eyes focused on the white line. Don't look at the yellow line so much. You can glimpse it, and don't look at the cars coming, because the cars come out of nowhere. Like this curve right here, a car will come out of nowhere, and if you focus on that car, you're going to aim for it. I don't know, it's something psychological. Where you look is where you go. Where you look is where you go. Now, when you decide to travel tail of the dragon, it's not for the beginner, okay? It's somebody who has a little bit of experience in changing gears, because you got to change gears going into a curve, up or down on the gears, going into curves, and the curves may be going up as you go around the curve. The curve can be going down when you get into it halfway, then it starts going up. It really throws you off like that. So you got to be able to change gears kind of quickly. And since there are, 311 or 317 curves, see, that car came out of nowhere, right? So what happens, you see something like that come out of nowhere, you have a tendency to look at it. That was a beautiful, what was that, Camaro? Gray, silver. You have a tendency to look at it, but if you look at it for too long, you're going to be aiming for it. Now see right here, this right here, I'm taking it easy on this curve right here just to show you how sharp these curves are. So you have an idea. Keep your eye focused on the white line. That's all you want to do. Now, you make a terrible mistake if you come here and you see some of these guys, you don't know who they are. They may live here and they come to the tail of the dragon twice or 3 times a week, and they're used to riding it, you know, so they know it and they know what their limitations are. So I just shifted down one gear, coming up in that curve. So these guys may know, and they may drive real fast, and if you try to keep up with them, you're going to crash. You start out slow on tail of the dragon, and you start out slow. There's something I wanted to see. I think it's here. Yeah, this is what I wanted to see. I don't know if you can see right there. I'll use my other camera, but that's the dam right there. Let's see. This is the dam that I was talking about earlier. I was getting it confused. I was calling it Fontana Dam, but that's not Fontana. I can't think of the name of it. It's an Indian name, I think. But that dam there is beautiful. If you can ride on the other side of it, and you can see it, and it just goes up like that. And okay, we're off and running again. Here comes the car. Yeah, that's a beautiful overlook there. They're gonna slow down. Oh, that is awesome right there, folks. Wow, really beautiful. If you can see that or not, but it's like a mist, a beautiful cloud sitting on the water. I've seen it before like that, but that was just awesome. So I wanted you to see that dam, and I did a video with my cell phone so I could zoom in on it a little bit. But okay, so we're taking these curves here. You can swing out and then cut in. Don't want to get too close to the yellow line when you do that though. Hang to the white line on the inside. Swing out to the right. It helps you cut into these curves a little bit better. And don't be intimidated about how fast you're going. Well, everybody's going faster. It's like, no, these people don't know you. They won't know you if you have a wreck. You won't know them if they have a wreck. Now, it rains, so, I mean, usually you got oil and transmission fluid and all that stuff coming up from the ground. So you don't want to be killing it out here, you know. Things like, I've got a cruiser, and I've been up teledragging on my cruiser 1500 Vulcan a few times, but I'm on the GoldWing 1800. GoldWing is really a nice bike for this. Usually you only have to change gears, use second, third, fourth gear. And since you only have to use a couple of gears on these, it makes it real easy to ride on mountain roads like this, or any mountain road. The less gears you got to change, the easier it is. So I'm going to drop down a gear right here, and this right here is a hairpin turn. I'm looking at my white line. I'm following my white line, and I want to keep it on that white. Well, not keep it on there. Look at that red Corvette. Well, that's beautiful. And I told you not to fixate on anything either, didn't I? You shouldn't have been looking at that red Corvette. I couldn't help it. But there is a video on YouTube about a guy. I think part of it, he looked at this Corvette as part of the problem. Hold to the white line. and ran into the thing. I know he got broke up pretty bad. So we're just taking it easy. The speed limit is 30 miles per hour on this road, and you can travel tail of the dragon at 30 miles per hour very easily. Now that says 15. Once you get to this curve right here, notice this curve, it goes down, we stay with a white line, then it starts going up and around, and then you're back into another curve, see? And then you see you got a curve here, and you got a motorcycle coming there. I'm not even looking at the guy on the motorcycle right now. I'm looking at the white line. Don't think you got to wave at people like you normally do on a regular highway. But you know, that's just courtesy. But when you're riding tail of the dragon, you pay attention to the road first. If you're on a straightaway, you can wave at people. But if you're not on the straightaway, don't even think about it. And I know there's some of you guys out there, especially guys who ride the sports bikes. Oh man, y'all kill it out here. And I'm amazed that, you know, the courage, well, the courage they have, but that's not a quality I want, because I don't want to get killed or broke up, because I know my limitations, and that's what it's all about. Just stay with the white line, and then you can speed up, go to higher gear. Again, you never know what the curve is going to be like. Whether it's a 180 directly back from where you came from, or 90 or 45 degree. And see, we're just cruising through here. I don't have anybody behind me. I'm just enjoying the curves. Normally I drive a little bit faster. But again, since it rained, I'm dropping down a gear. And I'm looking at my white line. And I come up. Notice I went down and I come in the curve, I got to go up, and in the curve I change gears to the higher gear. Try not to use your brakes too much. Now look at this curve right here, see? This is the kind of stuff you see, going down and then going back up, staying on my side of the road, close to the white line. If you find yourself swinging too, when you go in a curve like we just went through, and you find yourself getting too close or going across the yellow line, you know what that means? You are going too fast for your limitation. Do not cross this line, because today is not a real busy day. But do not cross that line, because on a busy day, you won't do that but one time and you'll get nailed. It might be the first time or the 10th time, but you get nailed doing that. So half of my video, it was raining. Now, just then, I don't know if you heard it or not, but just then, when I went around that curve, I dropped it in a gear that was too low. And one of the big things you want to do when you're driving like this, you know, it's kind of helter-skelter, all the curves. You don't know, sometimes you forget what gear you're in, or you know, you go by feeling. It's kind of like automatic pilot. So sometimes you not sure what gear you're in or not paying attention, but when you let out on your clutch, do it slowly, real slow. And and you can feel the rear tire grabbing. And if you're in too low a gear, that rear tire will lock up on you in a curve. I did it one time, and don't ever want to do that again. So when I let out on the clutch, like back there, I felt that I realized letting the clutch out slow, real slow, that I was in too low a gear. So I squeezed on the clutch handle so that the clutch, so that it didn't go in gear. So you got to get a feel for that. That'll help you a lot and stuff like that. When you feel like, well, I'm in too low a gear, if I let it all the way out, then it's going to lock up the rear wheel. Just squeeze the clutch handle back in, and you can coast around it. But the big thing is, keep your eye on the white line. And again, when you travel the tail of the Dragon and you feel like you're going too far out, more than you can have control of across the yellow line, then you know you're going too fast for your limitation. Now look at this right here, is a 180. You hit this thing doing about 50 miles an hour, and the only guy on a crotch rocket would even attempt probably 40 miles an hour on that one. I got nobody behind me, so that this is a place to pull over right here if somebody's behind me and wants to drive faster than I am. And see, I'm just having a good time right here. I'm not driving that fast. I mean, I'm taking it easy. Now up here in front of me is killboy.com, killboy.com. These guys, what they do is they take pictures of you coming. So he's taking pictures of me. He takes about 8 pictures of me coming and in front of him and going around away from him. Now it is 3:54 p.m., 3:54 p.m. So at 3:54 p.m., in about a week, I can pull up killboy.com and go onto his website and look up, today is September the 5th. Look up September the 5th, and he'll have thousands of photos there, and he'll have the days for each shooting. So I will look up September the 5th, and at this time right here of 3:55, I will say to myself, at 3:55, I came by killboy.com. Now they got like 2 or 3 of them on this, on Tail of the Dragon. So I'll look that up at 3:55, and I should find my photo around that time, 3:50, 3:55, and there'll be 8 pictures there. I'm just saying, probably 6 or 8 pictures there, and you can pick out the ones you want. They got what they call it, like a watermark on them, so I mean you couldn't download them and have any quality to them. But you can buy like 5 pictures for 30 bucks, and that's cheap. That's really cheap, because his pictures are high quality pictures. You can blow them up big. They're high quality pictures. They look good. Like I said, you know, you can have them with you coming into a curve like this right here, and your bike is tilted and everything, and you can wave. Now again, about 35 bucks for probably 5 pictures. You couldn't hardly pay somebody to sit out there and wait on you to drive on Tail of the Dragon for that. So that's a great deal. And there's another one besides killboy.com that takes pictures. I can't remember the name of that one, but you can look it up. So get some pictures of yourself, you know, maybe frame one. Because in America, This is probably in the top 2 of the most dangerous roads in America. And people come from all over the world, believe it or not, to ride Tail of the Dragon. I've seen Lamborghinis, I've seen Porsches, Dodge Vipers. I saw 6 Dodge Vipers one time come up here with a Lambo in the middle, and all kind of cars, Shelby Mustangs, ZL1 Camaros, you name it, anything that's sports cars. And so you can look on killboy.com and you can see all the different types of vehicles that come through here. Okay guys, this is Tail of the Dragon. Just got back to starting point, Deals Gap. Look at this water, it is flooding. Add a few miles of this, I didn't get wet like I did before I got my rain jacket on. Got a lot of bikes here right now. And my feet are soaking wet, but this is not the time that you want to ride Tail of the Dragon. When it's raining like this, it's thundering and lightning. It'll come and go. It usually does stuff like this all the time in the mountains. You see it's raining really hard, the rain bouncing off those buildings on top.
It's really coming down. There it is.
Yeah. I didn't know it was going to rain. Nice looking Harley there, 8 bar. Well, it's raining again.
They have to let it quit raining. That's what it is. I don't want to take off.